Hello Capricorn, I'm going to do you now. It's your turn for the March reading for you, a love reading for the sign of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. We're going to have a look at your current energy, past energy, and see what wonderful things, hopefully, that we've got for you coming up in the future. It is a reading for March, but as I always say, it can play out a little bit later, especially when we're looking at future energies. So, okay, once I've done this, I will be catching up on the donation personal reads that I have. I've got 2 to do today, which is fantastic. Thank you very much. And hopefully, Capricorns, this will resonate with you. If it doesn't, it's a general read, so just take what bit does and leave the rest. Okay. So, Capricorn, let's have a look. Okay, Capricorn, so it could be another earth sign that you're dealing with, or you have been dealing with. So it could be another Capricorn like yourself, it could be a Taurus or a Virgo. Right, so could it have been, Capricorn, that a relationship that you have previously been in, you gave more than what you got back, is how I'm going to start. That's the feeling that I get, in that you, quite similar to what I've just said to Sagittarius, in that you did all the work, is what I'm feeling, in a relationship for very little reward, or so it seems, and so it feels like at this moment in time to you especially. But something is keeping you. I see that you possibly have been in a relationship again, like I said, with an earth sign, but at this moment in time I'm getting that you are quite single, so you could have possibly broken up from this person, or that you are here just looking for a singles read. We will clarify in a minute. But whatever it is, there's definitely ties to somebody energetically here, so I'm going to look at their cards as well. But it could have been that the person that you're dealing with, maybe, I'm going to say it, had other options and possibly kept you in a third party scenario. For some of you as well, I'm getting that either you, like I said before, have done a lot more legwork than the person that you were dealing with. But again, energies can flip, and it could actually be the person that you're dealing with might have wanted to take things to the next step with you, and you've said no for some reason, because we have got the 3 of Pentacles here. Now, the 3 of Pentacles, let's read this, with it being past energies, could go 2 ways. It could be the fact that you've been kept in a third party situation. Let's just get that one out there. But I also read this card more to me, and this is what's quite confusing, because there is another energy here. But it could also be that it's the person that you have been dealing with here in the past wanting to come back in with you. Now, I know that we're at the end of Mercury retrograde, so I was hoping that we won't get any exes returning, that kind of thing. But I'm going to have to say it. It could be somebody that you've had dealings with in the past wanting to return and wanting to work on a relationship with you, if the fact that they haven't been working on a relationship with anybody else, if you know what I mean. You can take it whichever way resonates. Either you've been in a relationship with somebody and they want to come back, or you have been in a relationship with somebody and you found out that they're keeping you in a third party situation. Let's have a look at the energies for the person that you're dealing with. Again, we've got earth, we've also got water. What are the energies for the person my Capricorn has been dealing with? One more shuffle, please. Thank you. 3 of Pentacles again for their side. We'll throw some clarifiers on this as well. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It depends how clear cut the story is going to be. I'm also getting that, and I think it's on the person that you're dealing with part, might have possibly have been keeping something a secret from you. Again, it could be to do with a third party. So if you weren't aware that maybe a past ex or somebody that you've had close ties with, that you thought you were in a relationship solely with them, they may have had their eye on somebody else, and they may have also been possibly with somebody else at the same time, entertaining somebody else at the same time as you. I'll put it out there. For those that are 100% adamant and sure, and you're thinking, no, it's not my person, this is not my person, it's not resonating, then it could be that this person that you were in a relationship wants to come back and build on this with you, because we are matching here with the Three of Pentacles, both in your past energy and in their past energy. I do think that as well, especially on the person that you're dealing with, they might want to suddenly decide out of the blue that they're going to message you again. So you could have a message coming in if it's not already coming. I get that there's been some time between when you walked away or whether they walked away, whether a breakup happened. And some of you could be hearing from this person out of the blue, or have done recently, very recently out of the blue, might a little text message, or they could have added you again on social media. That kind of thing. Be aware though, if you didn't know, like I said before, and I'll keep going back to it because I'm going to have to, because it's here. If you weren't aware that they may have been talking to others while they were with you, then it might become apparent. It might become apparent now. You're also as well still in that mode of not being able to make your mind up whether you are not, if this person came back, whether or not you'd entertain them and not entertain them again or not, because you're aware that you might have argued a lot in the past with this person. You're aware that, you know, you had your good days, you had your bad days with this person. And whether or not you want to repeat that, it's not looking too favourably, put it that way, in your energy. Please clarify Three Pentacles for the person my Capricorn's dealing with. Yeah. Definitely. Sorry, I'm just, as I'm shuffling, I'm just getting me messages through. I'm seeing a lot of moons, which is always something hidden. And again, Three of Swords, wanted to come out but didn't want to come out. If it comes out, it comes out basically, and we'll read it. But it could have just be, as I always say, it could just be you could be convinced that this person could be talking to somebody, and in fact they might not be. Let's throw that scenario out there, because the Three of Swords didn't come out then, but it was there. So it could always be, and especially with the moon as well and hidden, you could have in the past accused this person of possibly talking to others or doing things with others when in fact they might not have been. And that might be what's being revealed as well. I get a lot of trust issues between the two of you. There isn't much trust there, and I don't know if it's on your part and not trusting them, or their part, or the fact it could be both of you. It could be both of you not having a lot of trust between you and this person that you were dealing with. Yeah. The person, though, has kind of given up in the way that they feel. I think they've not given up in communicating yet. Again, I think the communication will come from their side rather than you reaching out, because you're still in this feeling sorry for yourself kind of mode. Sorry, I'm going to have to say it. You're kind of like, yeah, feel a little bit hurt by this person. Again, you could be doing them an injustice and they might not have kept you in a third party, but this person's kind of, they're reaching out, but they're not expecting anything from you. They're not expecting anything at all. from you. Whether or not you respond when they do reach out, or whether you might have already done so, they're not expecting a relationship from you at this moment in time again. Again, like we said, for the ones that are convinced that there isn't any third party, and it could be the person wanting to come back and offer you something, they expect you to decline. They do. What are the current energies? Oh, for my Capricorn, please. Sorry. I'm here again with my cards flying everywhere. Current energies for my Capricorn. Thank you. Okay. Could be a bit of spying going on. It could be on both of your sides, actually. I would have said it was you, especially coming out in your energy, that you're watching their social media maybe, or you're asking people about them. I also get mutual friends. You could have mutual friends with this person and you're asking friends what they're up to. But it could be vice versa, and that could be their energy that I'm reading, and it could be them that, you know, have been watching you, trying to find the right moment to reach out. It could be both of you. They could be watching whether to reach out, and you could just be interested and being a bit nosy as to what they've been up to. Or you could be seeing if they are indeed in a relationship with somebody else, is what I want to say. Could be a Taurus that you're dealing with. We've got a lot of earth, we've got a lot of water and air here as well. So it could be any of those signs. I think you want, at this moment in time, something stable from a relationship. You want something stable, and you're unsure whether or not it's this person, if they come back, whether or not you want. That's what I'm getting. There's a little bit of a theme going on with the readings I'm doing for this month, is you're all zodiac signs seem to be doubting their own feelings and whether or not they want to entertain relationships, or whether or not there's something better out there for them. And I think especially with you here, Capricorn, again, like I said, it could be a Taurus that you're dealing with. There's a lot of fixed energy here as well. And I think it's coming from you in that you are quite traditional, especially we've got the Hierophant here as well in the upright, in what you want from a relationship. You want to go down the whole marriage, you want commitment, you want one person, you want to live in a nice little house, you know, that kind of, which is great. Everybody strives for that. And I think now you're realising that you might not get it from this person, but that is still what you want. And it's quite admirable that you are kind of stuck in your ways, in that you kind of stick into that, in that that is what you want, which I think is quite nice. I like that. You're showing your power, you're showing standing in your own power. Yeah, you also might be doing a little bit of all this law of attraction kind of thing, and making your intentions clear, which you already know what you want, but you're kind of sending the message out now that this is what I want. This, you know, I want a stable relationship, etc. What are the current energies of the person my Capricorn is dealing with, please? Thank you. Yeah, you're both matching each other again. You're quite similar, you know. Very similar. You're both very stubborn, which makes me think you could be dealing with another earth sign here. Yeah, Hierophant with the High Priestess. Yeah, earth, Taurus again. This person that you're dealing with, if they're not another earth sign, they could have earth in their placement somewhere. I'm getting Taurus quite heavily. But as we know about Tauruses, they are very stubborn. I should know, I am one myself. And especially if you're dealing with somebody that's got that kind of energy, they kind of matching you, because I feel that both of you, especially with you being an earth sign as well, you're very down to earth, but you're very strong, you're very stubborn, you know what you want and nothing will budge you from that. But you've also met your match in the person that you have been dealing with, because they're very much like that as well. Again, on their side, there's a lot of moon energy in that. I don't think you're seeing the whole truth. Really, I don't. I think there's something that this person has kept from you that might be coming out to the surface. Again, there's too many hidden energy in the moon on their part, which we always say is something coming to the surface, something will be revealed. Let's have a look. Please clarify the High Priestess here. Why is the High Priestess the person my Capricorn's dealing with? Right, okay. Right. The person that you're dealing with, like we said before, and it's quite clear, they don't expect you to respond to any offer of love that they may throw in your direction. In fact, it's kind of the energy of, I'll give it one last shot. That they know how, I want to say stubborn again, they know how you are in your head. And I think they know that there is no way of breaking you down to come around to their way of thinking. And I think that the ball is definitely in your court. And if you decided not to entertain or let this person back in for whatever reason, again, third party might not be, if you didn't let them back into your life, they're going to eventually move on. But I don't think you'd be getting any hassle from them once they did move on. That's what I want to say. What are the future energies for my Capricorn, please? Future energies for my Capricorn. Thank you. Yeah, you're not feeling this, and you're not going to in the future. You are not going to in the future whatsoever. It's the ball's in your court and you're deciding, I can't see you entertaining it. I really can't. If this person comes back, which again, I think they will. I think they'll try. You'll certainly consider it. Because, you've got the Queen of Cups, it's my thinking card. You'll certainly consider it. But with the Ace of Wands in reverse here, which is usually my olive branch and reaching out, and it's in reverse, you're not going to. You're not going to. There might be a very small portion of you that actually does. But I can see you being that strong and that in yourself that you won't entertain this person anymore. You won't. Emotional but stress. You see, you have the King of Cups is in reverse, but we're all allowed a wobble, put it that way, is what I say. Because obviously the King of Cups is a very incredibly strong card. In the reverse, let's just say you might have a wobble. You might say, do you know what, shall I give them one last chance? And he or she, whichever, shall I give them one last chance? And some of you do, but again, it'll be one last chance. One last chance. Some of you won't. Some of you basically will hear what they've got to say and move on. But others will do the Queen of Cups mode, in that you're thinking, you kind of, you don't want to let yourself be emotionally vulnerable, but you can't help it when it comes to love. You kind of let your guard down just a little bit. What are the future energies for the person my Capricorn is dealing with, please. One more shuffle, thank you. Oops. Right, there could be, again, you're matching in that you're kind of ahead of them though, in the way that you're ahead of the game here. This person's only just realising what they may lose by not. I also want to say they might realise a little bit too late that what they might be losing in you is something that they don't want to lose, and it could be too little too late as well. It could be yeah, especially with the Four of Wands in reverse. This person possibly in the past viewed you as a soulmate, and now they're realising that you're not going to come around. They might find the strength to move on with somebody else or with something else and just to leave this relationship and not pester you anymore, is what I want to say. If that resonates with some of you, brilliant. But the trouble is they're finding it a little bit too late. They're finding the strength to change themselves, to come forward, to talk to you about their actions, about where they want to go from here. But they're doing it all when you've already closed off, when they should have done it back when you were together building a relationship. But now they choose to now approach you and tell you everything, so be aware of that. You could be getting like kind of a deep confession off this person, but they're kind of choosing now, and yes, that will cause you to have a little bit of a, oh, shall I take them back kind of mode. But for most of you, I can see you moving on without this person, because I think you've realised that this person said it a little bit too late. It's like a missed opportunity as well between the two of you. That's what I want to do. It is what it is, Capricorn. I'm going to take one more card for advice. An advice for my Capricorns, please. And then we'll take an angel card as well. Yeah, it's just the advice, Nine of Wands, it's not bad. It's just basically pointing out what I can see you're already starting to do in the future anyway, is that you're thinking a lot in your head. You're weighing up your options, which is a lot of, I'm getting that for a lot of signs, like I said before. You're all deciding whether or not you want to stick with the old instead of going out there and seeing what is new. You kind of, each sign I'm feeling, especially for this month, I don't know if it's something to do with being allowed out of lockdown eventually, COVID slowly coming to an end, but you kind of like bored with your old ways and wanting to, in your mind, go after something new. And it's all about here now with the Nine of Wands, is just thinking, you're weighing up your options, and you're going to do what's best for you. And it's great. And the advice is just to do what's best for you, just to think about what's best for you, just to be strong, stand, and your intuition will always pay out in that. You won't go wrong if you follow your heart and follow your intuition. So let's take an angel card, and then that'll be your reading. Daniel, I am the angel of marriage, and I am assisting you right now. I see that actually as quite relevant in that, it's saying, especially going back to how traditional and how much you want a traditional marriage relationship, that kind of thing. Well, the angels here, so with the angel card, the advice is that you are on the right path there to getting what you want. And Angel Daniel, I am the angel of marriage, and I'm assisting you right now in sticking to your values and finding that relationship that will work for you. So there you go, Capricorn. I hope that helped. Thank you very much.